Yes po, sir. Yes po, sir.
Yes po, Sir Claire po.
sir, excuse me po, hindi daw po kayo naririnig nila.
Sabi ko nga. Ayan. Naririnig na nila. Alright, so once again, good morning everyone. And good morning to our live audience for today's lesson. And to the group, Chapter 2, headed by Miss Rase and Miss Escanio and Mr. Lubigan. For today's lesson, we're going to tackle guestology. Alright, so I think we can start now, Miss Rase.
Sige po, sir. So, start na po tayo. So, good day everyone. Good day also to the my classmates po na watching on YouTube and my groupmates po. We are the group 1 po and we are about to discuss the chapter 2 guestology. So, first po dyan is introduction. Many establishments and organizations are doing everything to improve the level of quality service through the performance of their employees. Others develop their systems. Some also embed the concept of corporate culture and environment of their setups. All these are deemed effective, but sometimes what we often forget is that the center of service concept is our guest. This would be the focus of our study, the concept of guestology. So, based po sa statement, madami pong establishment is creative when it comes to the quality of their services po. And some companies po, nagbibigay po sila ng program like employee or employees of the month or of the year po para ma-encourage po yung mga employees nila to strive harder when it comes to their service performances po. When it comes to the concept of their establishment naman po, sometimes po makikita po natin yung mga interior designs po ng establishment is unique po yung mga features. Like, example po doon po sa pinuntahan na lang po Samgyup Place po ng mga pinsan ko po is maganda po yung interior design nila and Japanese style po. And also, I think ito na din po yung way nila para makapag-pursue po ng mga customers po na kumain or mag-dine sa restaurant nila. Lalo na po yung mga tao po na gustong ma-feel yung Japanese vibes po, ganun po, while eating po. And effective naman po, and sabi din po sa statement is nakakalimutan na din po natin yung point or essence ng ginagawa natin. And ito po ay para po sa mga guests. Eh yun po yung magiging topic natin ngayon, which is guestology po.
Okay,
So,
may I request everyone to, the reporters especially, since 4 lang naman tayo, pwedeng pa-open ng camera niyo para nakikita ko kayo. Thank you. Thank you, Mrs. Canyo. Thank you, Miss Rase. Si Mr. Rob, ano ba yan? Hindi pa nakakahilamos, maniwala kayo sa akin. Okay, sige, you may proceed, Miss Rase.
So, next po is the learning objectives po. At the end of this chapter, the student should be able to, first, is define what guestology and guestologist is. So, yung differences po ng dalawa. Next is determine the predictors of customers' expectation and the different types of customers po. And lastly po is determine who defines value and quality po. So, now let's move on to the discussion na po. Next slide po. So, yan. Reality bites. Yan po is scenario po siya. So, yung first scenario po natin is Erwin and Rochelle dined at a restaurant in Iloilo which is very famous because of its excellent local food and incomparable hospitality. So, finding a restaurant was an easy thing to do as it is very near a popular mall and a proximity to other areas like hotel, markets, and other shopping centers. As they approached the restaurant, they were immediately welcomed and greeted with warm smiles from the staff. After asking how many are there in the group, Cheryl, the food attendant, pulled out each chair and made sure that everyone was comfortably seated. So right after she gave the menu to each of the members of the group or and gladly mentions their specialties of the day. So, based po dito po, sa scenario, Miss Rochelle and Arlene po dined in at their restaurant po. And they are immediately welcomed with warm smiles po by the staff. So, syempre po, as a customer na lang po, matutuwa po tayo na pagpasok pa lang po natin sa restaurant is inaasikaso na po tayo ng mga staff like that po. So, next slide po. So, as Arlene and Rochelle, together with other members of the group, are already hungry, they immediately ordered food in no less than 15 minutes. The food was arrived impeccably. So, when we say impeccably po, ito po yung accordance with the highest standards po, yung pag-serve nila po dun sa food. And Cheryl rushed over making sure that the food was served hot and was served respectively to the specific members of the group. The group was really amused with the sumptuous. So when we say sumptuous naman po, it is expensive looking po, yung food na sinerve nila. And was served to them from steamed rice to the very delectable pork and beans dish that was specialty of the region. As another set of food was delivered to the table, Cheryl became puzzled. So here naman po, makikita po natin na maganda talaga po yung quality ng service nila. Kagaya na lang po nung wala pa pong 15 minutes is dumating na po yung ino-order po nila na food. And also yung staff po, especially si Miss Cheryl, is checking the food temperature din po talaga before serving to the guests. And that is a very good service quality po. But when another set of food was arrived, Miss Cheryl become puzzled na po. And let's see why po. Yan po. Next is, there was no more space on the table where the dish will be placed, and it seems that the party was really enjoying their dining experiences. Cheryl was hesitant to disturb, so what she did was to grab the rice platter and offered it to the person in the group whose appetite was very good. She emptied the platter to him or her, and the person was really elated. So, naging masaya naman daw po yung customer na yun sa ginawa ni Sherry. At this is not a usual thing for a food attendant to do. But still, the thought of the idea so that she can now place the next dish on the table, the group ended very much delighted as the food and service that Cheryl and her colleagues provided them. Arlene and Rochelle, now very much grateful, shared their experiences to their friends and relatives, reminding them to always make a stop in the restaurant whenever they are in the region. So truly, Iloilo and its best hospitality. So, ayun po, kaya daw po na-puzzle bigla yung staff po na si Cheryl kasi po dumating na po yung next dish but wala pa pong space sa table. So, ang ginawa niya po is kinuha niya po yung platter ng kanin po and inilagay niya po dun sa customer na sabihin na lang po natin na maganda yung appetite since para malakas po siyang kumain, ganun po.
Gutom na gutom.
Gutom na gutom pa. Yun. Daan po sa customer na yun. Which is, yun nga lang po, unnecessary po yun para sa kanya po na gawin yun. So for me, she should ask na lang po sana or wait for the guest to finish the rice po before placing the other foods po on the table. But in the end, sobrang naging satisfied naman na po yung mga guests and stated that they will step or make a stop in the restaurant again po. So overall, the quality of the service was very good naman po. And maganda po yung pakikitungo ng mga staff po. And mabilis din po yung service nila. And one thing lang po sana na sa tingin ko ay dapat po nilang baguhin is yung wag na po gawin yung mga unnecessary things po. Kasi po minsan is hindi na po comfortable po yung mga guests po dun sa ginagawa po nila.
Okay, well actually, what Cheryl did was some sort of initiative since there's no more space on their table. So it's their, di ba sabi, it's unnecessary. Kumbaga, hindi na nila trabaho to ask or to give or to offer that plate or that rice platter to the customer. Pero it's well, sige. The our topic for today is guestology, right? So it's sa tingin niyo ba on your reading, advanced reading or pag-aaral niyo dito sa topic ninyo, what is the meaning of guestology? Or ano yung idea nyo about guestology?
Mga pwede pong maging expectation and thoughts ng mga guests po.
Guest natin. So,
Apo.
it is the study of the guest. Ology is from means study, and guest is the guest, our guest. So studying our guest. So by this example of scenario, no, pag-aaralan natin kung paano ba mag-behave ang isang guest sa ating establishment, sa ating business. So with this, si Cheryl sort of did something na sa tingin niya is will make the experience of Arlene and Rochelle extra special, because the way she give the platter is some sort of initiative that ma'am, you can parang hindi na yun part ng trabaho niya eh. And so parang it is some sort of putting it into the next level na kumbaga inaasikaso. Yung unnecessary na sinasabi dito is yung pag-aasikaso ni Cheryl dun sa kanyang mga customer. So it's not a bad thing actually. But to make the experience more special, yan, ginagawa yan ng mga server. So para ma-feel natin or mapa-feel or show natin sa ating mga guests na special sila, aasikasuhin natin sila. It doesn't mean na unnecessary is a bad thing, no? But if this will make the experience of our guests more special, and then let's do it for them. Okay?
So, next slide po. So, content. For us to understand what it means to be a guest, we should now understand what hospitality is, as our guest is our outcome of the hospitality that we give. So, service executed immaculately. So, when we say immaculately po, it is neat or tidy. It's different from hospitality. Service providers today are focusing on making things right rather than making people feel great. Service is the sequence of acts, tasks, and procedures which are done with consistency. It is the mechanics, the logistics, and how tasks of any processes. Service as commodity is expected to build in with any product. We expect our meals to be served in less than 12 minutes and reservations finished immediately. So, para naman po maintindihan po natin kung ano po yung meaning ng guests or yung mga panauhin po natin, dapat po is may knowledge po tayo kung ano po ba talaga yung hospitality. Kasi po yung mga guests po natin or panauhin, sila po yung result ng hospitality po natin or yung mga binibigay po natin na service po. Also, sabi din po dito, service executed immaculately is different from hospitality. And service providers today are focusing on making things right rather than making people feel great. So, iba daw po yung pagbibigay po natin ng mabilis na service and malinis na service sa pakikitungo po natin na maayos sa mga customers po natin. Example na lang po is yung isang restaurant po is yung mga staff po niya is mabilis po siya magbigay or mabilis po sila mag-serve ng mga pagkain po sa mga guests. While yung attitude po nila is hindi po maganda, like pagpasok pa lang po ng guest is nakasimangot na lang po nila. More likely sa mga karinderya po yung mga ganito po eh. Yung bibili ka na nga po ng pagkain, sisimangutang ka pa po ng ng suserve. So, sa
Correct.
tingin po natin is babalik pa po ba yung mga guest per customers na yon sa certain restaurant na yon? So, hindi na po, di ba? While kagaya po dun sa example po dun sa scenario po natin kanina, na pagpasok pa lang po ng guest and greeted with warm smiles na po. Siyempre po, mawiwili po talagang bumalik yung mga customers na yun doon since maganda po yung pakikitungo or they are treated well by the staff po. And yung mga nakakalimutan na din po natin minsan yung true essence or yung meaning po ng ginagawa natin is ng hospitality po, which is to satisfy the guest po talaga. So, yun po yung meaning ng ginagawa po natin to satisfy the guest and make them feel great po.
Katulad
So,
nung activity na binigay ko sa inyo, di ba? Di ba, I ask you to try to dine in a coffee shop and to some sort of karinderya. Tama ba? Yun yung inano ko sa inyo, di ba? Yung
yes po.
yung first activity na binigay ko sa
Apo.
inyo. Di ba? Well, it doesn't have to na magdadine kayo, pero taking it or you will
Pwede po mag-observe lang po.
observe
sir,
lang, di ba? Or if you have an experience from a coffee shop and to a karinderya, di ba? So, my questions there are, what are the similarities and differences and what could be done to better their services? So, sige, magbabasa ako ng ilang answers dito. Sige, tingnan natin yung kay Miss ko. Sige. Napakahaba naman ito. Bakit? Okay. Similarities. A coffee shop and a karinderya were similar in that they both serve food and beverages. Their staff are friendly, where you can feel you are welcome. The differences are coffee shop and karinderyas offer different services. Coffee shops have a focused menu posted above the counter and specialized in serving coffee and espresso-based drinks, while karinderya don't. Their meals are already prepared and are set on a counter or a table. While you wait for your table, the coffee shop will bring your drinks. When your order is done, you will be given given a device that will ring or a number depending on the coffee shop. And you will head to the counter to pick it up. You can order meals or at the karinderya and immediately receive it. Additionally, compared to the karinderya, the pricing in the coffee shop is higher. The coffee shop atmosphere is cozy, and the seats are comfortable, while the seats in the karinderya are not. Grabe ko naman sa mga karinderya, miss ko. Hindi daw komportable ang mga upuan sa karinderya. Anyway, moreover, coffee shops have brands, whereas karinderya only have simple banner in the front of their establishment. What could be done to better their services? Naturally, itong answer niya, I'm just reading her answer. Naturally, there are so many people eating in karinderyas such lunch, so they should increase or enlarge their seating area. Additionally, the Calendaria's customer line has to be enhanced because occasionally it might be confusing or messy. The product selection in coffee shops needs to be improved. The coffee shop business goods ought to be of a caliber that satisfies their cost. To easily market your product offerings. Well, actually, the the main purpose of my activity is that to well, compare the two establishments. Ano ba yung services na ino-offer nila and papaano mo sila i-compare. Ano yung mas magaling, mas maganda, ano yung ups and downs. Diyan ko. And that's it. So, most especially their services. Paano ba nagdi-differ yung services nila? Sige, I'm going to check your assignments later on. Okay. Mr. Russell, please proceed. Thank you.
Next slide po. So what makes the difference is hospitality. Hospitality is the positive emotional response elicited from our guests. So when you say elicited po, ito po yung nagiging natin or natatamo natin from our guests po. Service is a skill while hospitality is a spirit. Service is what we do for our guests while hospitality is what we do with them. Service is about delivering the needs and wants of our guests, while hospitality is about anticipating the needs and wants of our guests, expressed and unexpressed. Service can be given methodically, while hospitality is dynamic. We forget good service, we remember good quality. This is the reason that the end user of such process is called a guest, because we are honored that they come with us, they come to us. So here po, makikita po natin yung differences of hospitality and service. So, I will not discuss furthermore po kasi po nandiyan na po lahat po yung mga meaning po nila and differences po nila. Basta always remember lang po na we forget good service, we remember good hospitality. So, next slide po. So, guestology. So, according to, based on my research po, Duncan Dixon 2010 po to, from Walt Disney daw po. And define guestology as the scientific study of behaviors, needs, and expectation of people in a service environment, and how to use that knowledge to optimally manage service organizations. The concept of Bruce Laval, the father of guestology, introduced has become a science that deals with understanding the guest. So, dito naman po is tinutukoy po ni Mr. Duncan Dixon 2010 na ang guestology daw po is, ito po yung scientific po na pag-aaral po na mga yung pag-uugali po, pangangailangan, at inaasahan po ng mga guest or ng mga tao po sa isang serbisyo po na meron tayo. And kung paano din po gamitin yung mga kaalaman or knowledge na meron po tayo para po effectively or mahusay po na ma-handle ang isang service organization po. While ayon naman po sa father po ng guestology na si Bruce Laval, is ipinakalala niya po kung paano po naging science ang nagdidil po sa isang guest. So hindi ko po masyado naintindihan po yung according po kay Mr. yung Bruce Laval po. Hindi ko po siya kaya ma-elaborate po eh.
Okay. Well, yung kay Bruce Laval, the father of guestology. Okay, so di ba nga, as I said, it is the science behind how to study our guests. Tama ba?
Opo, sir.
Okay. So, it's technically what are the behaviors of of our behavior of our guests. And with that, paano natin siya may apply sa ating business or sa ating establishment. So with this, we can determine what is the service or the total quality service or the service quality na pwede nating ibigay sa mga guests natin.
Okay po, sir. Thank you po. So, next po is hindi po, balik po muna. Yan po. Guestology entails the study, the totality of the guest experiences from their expectation down to the results and feedback. So, according to Miss Lin 2014, she mentioned in her study that guestology involves knowing the guest or clients and their needs and wants, perceptions, and expectations. Her approach toward this guestology entails involving every person with whom the service provider has in the workplace as big as it is, identifying the actual needs and wants, perceptions, and expectations will really seal the deal. So, dito naman po, based po kay Ms. Plain 2014, ang guestology daw po is involved na po dito na alamin po natin as a service providers po yung mga needs, wants, expectations, and perceptions po ng mga guests natin. So, dahil po iba-iba din po yung mga needs, wants, perceptions, and expectation ng mga guests natin. So, ang way lang po para ma-satisfy po is to give them good quality service and good quality na din po ng mga food or kung ano man po yung binibigay po natin para po ma-meet natin yung expectation nila and ma-satisfy po natin yung mga needs and wants na din po nila.
Okay. So yun naman kay Klein, his or her study in 2014, no? Hindi lang basta kung ano yung kailangan ng mga guests natin or compare it to Bruce Laval's the study of or the science behind dealing our customers, no? Sabi ni Klein, kailangan alam din natin yung kung paano mag-isip yung mga guests natin. Ano ba yung certain expectations na binibigay nila sa isang establishment. And then we're going to study it. Wait, one moment. Okay, sorry. Ayan. We're going to use saan na ba ako? Sorry. Ayan. Ano yung mga kailangan nila, paano nila ano yung expectations nila, and then we're going to use this to we're going to use these expectations. Kailangan natin alamin kung anong gusto nila, paano ba mag-isip yung mga customers natin, and then with that aalamin na ma-determine natin kung paano natin sila pagsisilbihan. And also this also involves every person in the service establishment or sa establishment natin or sa business natin. Kailangan parang doon sa example natin kanina, no? Na hindi lang manager dapat ang nagkikipag-usap sa kanila na or gumagawa ng mga standard operating procedures, no? Especially yung humaharap sa guests, yung mga servers natin, no? So kayo as future na mag-serve sa ating mga guests, no, we use this extra step for them to serve. All right? Sige, let's proceed.
Next slide po. So, the guestology concept by Bruce Laval po of Walt Disney. So, as we can see naman po, yung guestology concept po looks like a compass. Yan po. So, the first part po is integration, which is located at the northwest po of the compass. So, when we say integration, this means putting it all together. This is the final step po and challenges on every team to work together to bring the 5 prior concepts together. So next po is guestology. Located naman po siya at the northeast corner of the compass po. So when we say guestology po, the needs, wants, emotions, and perceptions also means that all organizations, employees must treat customers like guests and wait lang po sir.
Sasakalin niya na yung aso niya. Nakakita ka sa likod.
Wait lang please. So ayun po. Perception, and also this means that all organizations employee must treat customers like guests and manage the organization from their guest point of view po. And the third part po is delivery system, which provides task setting and processes po. And the last po is the quality standards po. That means igniting innovation through technology and service po. So, why do we need to study guestology po? So, it is simply because it is the way to practice and use to provide a top quality service which will be beneficial to use in any organization. So, that's all po for my part po. And now, let's welcome the next reporter po, Miss Escanio. Thank you po. Next slide na po. Tapos na po.
I-move mo.
Rob, paki-next nga. Ayan.
Rob, open ako ng camera, please. Doon ka nga. Malamang. Ay.
Si Rob ba yan? Hi Rob! You're so busog ha? Sorry Rob, sorry.
Okay.
Andi saan ba?
Hindi mamaya pa siya.
Naiwalay na sila? Hi, good morning Tay.
Hello. Ay, narinig po ako.
Naririnig ka namin.
Sir, off ka muna po ako. Naglolo ko yung earphones ko.
Ako din mag-go off cam kasi ang likod mo nasa likod ko eh.
Epo.
Ay, Apple ko daw sabi. Ni Escanio.
Sorry po, hindi po.
Okay, let's proceed.
Okay again, good morning everyone. Ngayon naman po ay alamin natin ang customer expectations. So ano nga po muna ang customer expectation? It defined as a collection of thoughts, desires, and anticipation that a customer might have in mind during and after making a purchase of a product or service from a business or establishment. And for example po rito yung, halimbawa, bumili ka ng product, syempre expected mo na masasatisfy ka dito sa nabili mo, di ba? Kaya nga binili mo yun eh. Or pag sa service naman po, syempre ganun din po. Expected mo rin na magaling yung mga attendants sa spa na pupuntahan mo para magpamassage. So ang customer expectation po pala no ay from the word itself na kung saan yung interaction po no kung nakapaloob po dun yung interaction ng guest mo sa establishment mo. Then gaya nga po dyan sa nabasa sa PPT, yung mga first time nakakapunta na guest or customer sa inyong establishment ay may mga kanya-kanyang expectations no, na dapat po ay ma-meet natin. Dahil sabi nga po, di ba, first impressions last. So dapat may knowledge or ideas po tayo kung ano-ano yung mga gusto ng guest sa isang establishment. Next slide, please. Yan. Gaya po nga po na sinabi ko, it is important that we note of their likes, dislikes, needs, wants, and profile as this would be the baseline of our entire operations. Pero bakit nga ba? Bakit kailangan po nating alamin yung mga gusto at ayaw nila? Okay, dahil nga po, di ba, guestologies, nag-aaralan po natin yung mga guests, no? Kasi dahil nagpabago-bago po sila ng ugali, hindi lahat pabor sa kung ano yung kaya lang ma-offer ng isang staff. So once na nagbago yung pakikitungo sa'yo ng isang guest or maaaring maging negative po sa atin yon. Kasi maaaring hindi maayos yung service natin sa kanila na magre-result ng customer dissatisfaction and attrition. So maaaring hindi na sila bumalik sa atin and pwede ring maging dahilan yon ng pagkalugi ng business natin. Next slide po. Next ulit. Yan. Next mo ulit, Rob. Yan. Ano nga, balik. Nawala yun. Nawala. Rob, ano nga, yung doon sa may planning.
Ano?
Wala. Isa pa, tingnan mo nga. Wala, bakit?
After yata ng restaurant survey 4.
So may planning critical yun eh.
Oo.
Laba ko yun yung na-delete mo, Rob.
Yari ka, Rob. Dinilit mo.
Iba yung pinadelete ko sa'yo eh. Sige, present ko na lang. Stop mo muna yan.
Ako try ka muna ng
Nakikita po.
Yes
Medyo
po.
maliit lang,
Okay.
pero i-landscape mo. Yung
Ay, wait.
rotate mo pala. Yan. So pala. Yan. Yan. Yan.
Ayun. Ay, my gosh. Ayun. Yan. Pasensya na po sa nag-ever yan. No? Okay. Planning for customer satisfaction is really important in this case as this will be the platform for the design of the experience. This is the role of guestologists, and it is very important that everything is in place when the guest census first come in contact with anything about your establishment. So the role of guestologists is very critical. Yung nga po, no, bis naman po sinabi na ang customer satisfaction ay pinagpaplanuhan din, no? Yun nga po yung sa guestologies upang ma-meet natin yung customers' expectations. May halimbawa naman po na binigay dito, no? Like sa Hong Kong daw po. Mas prepare nila yung meals nila is cocktail style naman. But since Filipino po tayo, kadalasan po sa atin is mas pabor yung Filipino style dishes. Pati yung, syempre yung ambience or design ng establishment na pagpasok mo, halimbawa sa restaurant, dahil nga doon po tayo mas komportable. Pero kung taga-Western tayo, madalas di pabor sa inyo yung Filipino style, di ba? Kasi kumbaga mas gusto mo kung saan pa rin yung nakasanayan mo. So, different expectations will determine what kind of planning and design you would want to have for your guests.
Pero however, Miss saan ito? Miss Escanio. Ayan. Especially when you are having a vacation or tour, no, especially if you are going to other places, it is better to experience their local dishes or local restaurant setup. No? So
Yes po, sir.
there's nothing wrong of experiencing other types of what do you call this? yung menu ng ibang ng ibang lugar. So kung for example dito sa within the Philippines or sa daily lives ninyo or sa kapag kayo ay out of town, yan. So it's okay din na ma-experience nyo yung ibang mga klase ng services. For example, punta kayo, 'di ba? Kung palagi kayo nasanay sa Filipino dishes, for example, palagi kayo sa Barrio Fiesta or sa Kabalin or sa iba pa mga what do you call this? Filipino restaurants. Try niyo naman yung iba, no? Sometimes naman kayo, mag-Japanese naman kayo, mag-Chinese naman kayo, mag-Korea naman kayo, mga ganong klase. Para ma-differ nyo or ma-compare ninyo, ano ba yung mga pagkakaiba ng mga to? Okay? Sige,
Okay po, sir. Thank you
Mr.
po.
Lubigan, ikaw ulit yata magpe-present.
Okay po, sir. Next mo nga. Yan, okay. Okay, ang food attendants or waiters daw po ang dapat literal na naghihintay or nag-wait para sa mga guests when dining in a restaurant. Ang isang food attendant po ay required na nasa guest or customer yung full attention so that whenever a guest needs something, food attendants could immediately handle the concern and attend to the guest's request. But it doesn't mean po na super close or tabing-tabi ka kay customer, no? Kasi pag ganun po, parang pinakalaman mo na rin yung privacy na gusto nila that he or she would want to be with. Imbis na dapat magiging komportable sila, ikaw pa po yung sisira. Kaya nga po sila nandun sa restaurant or hotel na yun, di ba? Para maging relax or stress-free sila. So, dapat maging komportable rin sila sa lugar na yon and i-respect po natin yung quality time nila na gusto nila para iwas disappointments din and masatisfied din sila sa service natin. Sabi nga po dito, their usual expectations would be that the establishment be clean and the staff be courteous or respectful, no, responsive, reliable, and friendly. Pero may nagsasabi din sa article na even in luxury hotels, there are still basic problems that are actually unresolved. And with social media around, guests have easy access to flaunt these problems. Next slide, please. Next po. Okay, next. Yan. Okay. They enumerated a number of problems po and sa article na yon. And following po is number 1, rooms. Minsan po may mga nagko-concern na ilipat sila siguro sa ibang rooms kasi yung rooms na yun is maliit. Doon napunta sila sa room na gano'n, tas luma, device or technology lang na magagamit. So, kung sakaling kakailangan nila yung service na yun sa room attendants, dapat attentive or dapat panatilihin yung kwarto natin is maganda naman para hindi sila ko-complain ng ganyan. So, number 2, arrogant or clueless staff. May mga maaring nagtatanong kung sa kanila bastos pa yung sagot ng isang attendant, no? Wala pa silang maayos na sagot and sila pa to yung walang di ba wala tayong karapatang magreklamo kasi customers always right, which is never naging tama sa hospitality industry. Yung staff pa nga yung may gana na mambastos sa customers. So, dapat required na may kalaman yung isang staff na sa industry na pinasukan niya. At ito po dapat lagi niyang panatilihin at tandaan. Dahil pag nagpatuloy po ito, syempre wala nang pupunta sa establishment nyo. Wala na rin babalik na mga guests. Di ba bagsak yung business nyo. So, number 3,
Sige, so these are the reasons or problems that enumerated problem that napapansin or na-accumulate ng mga guests, mga surveys sa mga guests. So number 1 is room. So it's either hindi outdated na yung room na ibibigay Kasi tayo, hindi lang tayo basta sa service ng isang restaurant, okay? Pati ang hotel kasama yan, okay? And many other uh, establishments. Okay, and then if the room na binigay natin sa guest ay hindi acceptable, of course, ang guest natin has always have the right to complain na kung hindi naman ito yung nakalagay, for example, sa website, or bakit iba yung nasa website, tapos ito yung binook ko, tapos iba naman yung binigay sa akin, tapos outdated pa. So pwede yan maging source of complaint. Number 2, kapag ang ating mga staff ay arrogant and clueless. Arrogant in a sense that kasi we always have to please ating mga customers, okay? And of course, not all the customers, we can please all of them. We can't please all of them. Okay? And so, as much as possible, we have to provide all the necessary requests and the necessary requests na hinihingi nila. And clueless staff, ibig sabihin, wala silang idea on how the operations going on. Paano ba? Ano yung gagawin? For example, nag-request ng ganito or nag-complain, and then wala kang idea on how to handle this kind of situations. So, yun. Number 2. Number 3, Mrs. Canyo.
Yes po, yun po yung failure to respond. Yun nga din po yung gaya po na sabi nyo na wala silang idea nga sa nila, kumbaga tinatanong sila. So dapat alam mo, ikaw gaya ng mga nasa front desk, 'di ba? Alam nila dapat yung magiging solusyon sa kino-complain sa kanila. Hindi yung wala silang maisagot, gano'n, wala silang maisip. Syempre, 'di ba, ikaw bilang customer, ma-disappoint ka. So that talaga may knowledge yung mga staffs mo para matugunan agad yung mga problema kinakarap nila.
Okay, correction lang. Ang staff is a plural, wala siyang plural form. Okay? Staff ay walang S sa dulo. Okay? So staff lang siya. It's a collective noun. Alright? Sige, let's proceed.
Ay po, sir. Sorry pa. Number 4, for delivery. Ayan po, ayun nga po yung mga front, madalas nagiging problema din ng mga nasa front desk daw. Yung slow service or long process yung pag-aasikaso nila sa mga, halimbawa, nag-check-in or nag-check-out. Tapos, minsan late service din sila. Pinaghihintay nga nila yung mga guests pagpunta sa kanila. Tapos minsan, din, namamadali na nila yung pagbibigay ng susi sa guests. Kaya minsan, parang mali yung nabibigay nga nila na room or maaaring hindi na available yung room na yon, may sira, ganun. Then, di ba, for delivery nga. Then, 5, cleanliness. Ayun, pag nag-check out po, syempre, sige, siguraduhin po na pagkalis po nila sa room na yon ay dapat linisan nila agad. And i-check nga mabuti kung gumagana pa yung ibang gamit doon or need nang palitan yung ibang gamit ng gaya ng mga towels, pati na rin po yung mga, syempre, mga bed sheets, carpets, and number 6,
sa amenities and utilities, okay, kailangan lang na, basta kasi each hotel or each establishment, meron naman siyang naka-assign or sa website nila, may nakalagay na kung ano yung mga amenities and utilities na may experience mo. Okay, for example, may hot and cold shower, mga ganyan. Tapos pagdating ng customer, wala naman pala. Okay, sa toiletries, sinasabi mo may soap, may shampoo, may conditioner, may toothbrush, and everything ganyan. Tapos pagdating nila wala. So yun usually na nagiging complaint ng ating mga customers. Okay? Sige.
Apo, yes po sir. Opo. And lastly po, 7, yung billing po. Ayan daw po, sabi dyan, about having them charge extra for parking, internet, gym. And ayan po, sa ibang hotels daw po or restaurant, parang siguro gahaman siguro yun, kuripot pagdating sa mga ganyan. Ultimong parking lot lang yon or may additional na bayad na no, pag tumagal or sumobra ka sa oras na yon. Then pati yung mga nakikiconnect siguro sa mga internet, ayan may na-experience din po akong ganun na encounter na pati pakikiconnect sa wifi, may bayad pa, may charge. May charge. So, ayun nga po, kaya minsan yung mga ganong hotels, onti lang yung customers nila. Magugulat ka na lang, hindi mo pala magbayad, may charge ka na lang. Or sa restaurant naman po, pag may extra, yung tubig na nga lang, magugulat ka, hala may extra bayad pa pala yung mga ganon.
Well, actually, yung mga gantong amenities like parking, internet, gym, and others, no? Standard na yan eh. Kung before, yung bago pa lang yung wifi, may bayad yan. Pag makikiconnect ka sa internet, may extra charge. Ngayon, it's kasama na sa package ng ng hotel, no?
Yes po, sir. Siguro parang outdated lang siguro din yung
Okay lang. Sige. Next.
So, yun lang po na hope na natutunan kayo. So, let's proceed to our next reporter, Mr. Lubigan. Thank you po.
Hello po, good morning po.
Diba? Ganyan pa yung boses mo. Mukhang pag-gising mo lang talaga.
Pero hindi po. Kanina pa po ako gising.
Talaga ba? Sige. Mr. Lubigan.
Dito po tayo sa customer, guest, clients. Customers, otherwise known as guests and clients in the hospitality and tourism business, play a significant role in the operation. To understand their behavior and to strategize the effort of the company, it is important to identify and match each need to each type of customers. So, pag kailangan po natin sa customer, maano po natin sila, ma-determine po kung ano po sila, kung customer po sila, clients, or guests. The Corporate Finance Institute 2015 has identified 5 basic types of customer that hospitality and tourism enterprise should be aware of. They are our loyal customers, impulse customer, discount customer, need-based customers, and wandering customers. Yun po. So, meron po tayong 5 basic types of customers po sa hospitality and tourism enterprise po. The loyal customer are actually the most important segment to please and should be one of the priority in mid of specific company. Usually, this type of customer represent no more than 20% of the customer base but actually drives majority of the sales revenues. Because of this, it is important to note that a loyal customer values a product heavily. Furthermore, they are more likely to be the bearers of positive words of mouth and likely to recommend the company's service products. Therefore, during the planning phase, even in the decision-making process, this customer must be given heavy emphasis. Impulse customer.
Saglit lang. Kalmahan mo. Loyal
Sorry.
customers. Sige, expound natin who are the loyal customers. So again, how many percent? Ang mga loyal
20%
customers?
po.
20%. So usually, ang loyal customers, ito, sila yung, sige, ano yung other characteristics na wala dyan sa binasa mo, Mr. Lubigan, ang loyal customers?
Ano po yan, sir? Sorry po.
What other characteristics? Tingnan natin kung ready ka talaga. Sabi ni Miss ko, ready daw yan, sir. What other characteristics nung loyal customers ang meron tayo?
Ano po, sir? Ano po, sila po yung mga, yung lagi pong nandun sa, loyal po, loyal.
Loyal. Yung hindi ka ipagpapalit, gano'n.
Di ka pagpapalit na customer, sir.
Na customer. Okay, so
Opo.
ibig sabihin, sila yung pabalik-balik sa atin. Kaya nga loyal sila sa atin. So, kahit yung tipong halos every month, nandiyan, or kung hindi man, every week, nandiyan, Yung palagi nagpa-patronize nung ating services, ating mga offerings, sila yon. Okay, sila din yung nagsasabi na, "Oh, try niyo dun sa resort ni Mr. Rob Lubigan. Maganda doon, maganda yung pakitungo nila, masarap yung pagkain, mga ganun, no? So those are the loyal customers. Okay. Next. Sige, next customer tayo.
Impulse customer, meanwhile, are the best type to do suggestive selling. They are also second to the loyal customer when it comes to attractiveness in the market. As the name implies, these customers do not have a shopping list in mind and do shopping instinctively. Moreover, this kind of customers are receptive to recommendation on products. Similar to loyal customer, it is also important to involve these customers because what they say also matter in generating more revenue.
Ano daw
Ayun
ibig
po.
sabihin ng impulse customers?
Sila po yung suggestive selling po, yung mga marami pong sinasuggest and malapit rin po sila sa mga pagiging loyal po. Second po sila sa pagiging loyal customer po. Sila po yung mga nagre-recommend po ng mga products po, ganun po, sir.
So si customer ang nagsasuggest.
Opo. Sa company po, ganun po.
Are you sure?
Ay, hindi po pala, sir.
So ano?
Nagsasuggest lang po, sir.
So sila ngayon nagsasuggest.
Opo,
Na-
sir.
Also for example, for example, impulsive customer ako. Tapos meron kang restaurant, Mr. Rob. So ako yung magsasuggest na sa waiter na I suggest i-ano mo ako, i-serve mo ako ng bulalo at saka ng crispy pata. I suggest na ganito yung kakainin ko. Ganun ba yon?
Ay, hindi po, sir.
O ano, Miss Rase, what do you think? What is the meaning of impulse customer? Miss Rase? Ako nakatulog yata si Miss Rase. Puyat ba to?
Ay, yes po, sir.
Impulse customer.
Sila po yung yung kapag bumili po sila ng product po is mabilis po sila mag-decide po kung ano po yung bibilhin po nilang product dun sa isang certain restaurant. Parang ganun po, sir.
Based on the suggestion of
Opo, suggestion. Of the,
Yun
ng mga staff po or yung mga nagsaserve po na employees. Parang ganun.
Okay, so kumbaga, sila yung madalas na kumakagat sa mga suggestions ng mga server. O for example, sinabi ni waiter na, "Sir, i-try niyo po itong yung bago naming product, masarap 'yan." Diba?
So, may
So,
mga promo po, sir.
Or try nyo itong bagong card namin, membership card namin. Ito yung mga benefits niya, blah, blah, blah. No? So, si impulse customers, madali siyang kumagat dun sa mga ino-offer natin. For example, ikaw yung waiter, ako si customer. So, siguro 8 out of 10 na sinuggest mo is kakagating ko. I mean, ibig sabihin, i-accept ko or o-orderin ko. So, si impulse customer, kung ano yung suggest mo sa kanya, yun yung o-orderin niya. Okay? G palagi. Kapag
Okay.
first time ko. Yan. So, yun yung
Next
ang ating mga impulse customer.
Another type of customer which affect a company inventory turnover is the discount customer. They are contributory to a company's cash flow because the product which are seldom purchased at full price are actually availed by this customer as best markdowns. Ayun po, sir. Sila po yung mga po, sir. So, yung mga customer po na laging nag-ano po ng mga discount, sir.
So, discount lang ng discount ang hinihingi nila, ganun. Ganun ba yan?
Opo, sir. Opo.
Sino dito ang palagi si discount?
Laging nag-aantay ng 50% off discount.
Oo. Meron ba? Ikaw, Miss Rase, ganun ka ba? May discount ba tayo dyan?
Minsan po, sir.
Minsan. So actually, there's nothing wrong of getting a discount sa mga sa sa mga products, services. For example, sa mga promos ng sa rooms. Natawad sa SM ka natawad. Rob,
So,
sabi
buy
ni
one, take one.
si Di Basilio, buy one take one, na tinawaran mo pa. Totoo ba?
Di po, sir. Hindi po.
Okay. So, discount customers, okay, sila yung once na nag-offer ka ng mga discounted price. For example, meron tayong 50% off. Usually yung mga credit card companies nagbibigay ng mga discount na, for example, 50% off kapag nag-dine in ka sa Rob restaurant using my card or using BPI card or BDO card, HSBC, Metrobank, East West, whatsoever. Yan. So sila yung sila yung mag-shoulder nung discount. Si discount customer, sila yung palagi na kapag nag-offer ka ng discount, nandiyan. Okay? And so, para yung mga products mo, yung other services mo, ma-enjoy nila, you put it in the discount, and those discount customers are ready and very willing to accept it. Okay? Sige, next tayo.
The fourth type of customer is driven by a specific need. These customers are called the need-based customers. They buy for a
Ano? Uy!
Sorry, nabubol ko. Specific reason and teka po sir, ulit po sir.
Ulit. From the top.
The fourth
Nakakatawa ka, Rob, talaga.
The fourth type of customer is driven by specific need. These customers are called the need-based customers. They buy for us specific reason and occasion, and because of this, it may be difficult to convince them to upsell. It is also important to note that these customers are adept in avoiding any attempt for upselling, and that they will immediately leave after they are done getting what they need. These customers are also easily drawn to other businesses much more if the price is cheaper and the alternative product can also serve its purpose. Ayun po, sir.
O, ano sabi?
Yung mga
Pisipi.
specific reason and occasion lang po, sir, yung mga nila, sir, binabay po nila.
Okay, so kung ano lang yung specific na kailangan nila, yun lang yung bibili nila.
Opo.
Kunwari, ako, may specific akong gustong kainin, doon lang ako mag-focus. Ha? So,
Opo, sir,
kung
ganun.
ano lang yung, pare, nagkikrave ako sa bulalo. Okay. So, kahit anong i-suggest mo sa akin na new product, or new menu, yan. Yun lang yung bibilin ko. Or kung ano lang yung nasa isip ko, yun lang yung o-orderin. Okay, sige. Next tayo.
Next po. Next. The last type of customer is the wandering customers. These customers generate the largest amount of traffic as they have no specific need or desire in mind but yield the smallest percentage in sales revenue. This type of customers enjoy social interaction while shopping. This spending a lot of time trying to please this segment can draw away the other segments. Although generating a small percentage to revenue, it is important to note that this segment still provides insightful information about the products and can therefore contribute to the feedback mechanism of the company. Yan po, sir. Ito po yung mga wandering customers po, sir.
Oh,
Mga,
Ano yun?
mga po, sir, mga customers na nag-generate po na large amount po. Sa mga specific need or desire. Binubuhos po nila dito, sir.
Okay. So, si wandering customer, so wala silang specific na kailangan, wala silang specific na desire. Kung kumbaga, very, ang tawag dito, hindi random eh. Parang, sige, sabihin natin, may iba pa akong naisip na gustong sabihin na word. Random, kumbaga, impromptu, sabihin natin impromptu na kung ano yung kailangan ko or hindi, kung ano yung available diyan, kung ano yung nandiyan sa market, kung ano yung kasi for example sa isang restaurant nagdi-discover, yes, correct Mr. Degit. So, kung ano yung kasi minsan sa isang restaurant, okay, gusto ko ng ganito, gusto ko ng ganyan, tapos wala. Tapos usually ang response namin sa sa mga waiters, sige, ano na lang ang meron kayo diyan. Especially kapag kapag for example sa Jollibee, gusto ko ng 2-piece chicken joy. Ay sir, wala po kaming chicken joy. O sige, spaghetti na lang. Ay sir, wala din pong spaghetti. Okay, sige, ano na lang meron kayo diyan. Kumbaga, wala silang kung ano yung nandiyan na available, yun na lang sa kanila. Okay? And also, yun nga, wala silang specific na desire na nasa isip nila. And so, madalas rediscover. Yan, that's the term na with this wandering customer, rediscovering things. Ano pa ba yung pwede nating ibang itry na nasa market? Okay? Sige. Parang options, sir. Yan, that's correct.
Okay po, sir. Next na po tayo. Identifying this segment is significant as they generate... ito na po pala, sir. Next na po pala. Quality and value. In the previous chapter, quality was defined individually. Here we will view quality as tied together to the concept of value and how it affects the guest service. Staff relationship. The measure of quality for the guest is actually based on the difference between their expectation and their experience, or as netizen call it in present memes, reality. By reality, it means what the guests have experienced in actual sense. For example, the quality that the guest experience matches what she expected, then we can say that she has experienced typical or normal quality positive as she was satisfied with the service provided. Ayun po, sir. Na po sa previous chapter po na quality and value po. Kasi po, dito po, dinedefine po siya na individually po.
Okay, so ano ba yung mga reasons why customers are going to our business? Okay. So ano ba yung actual sense nung quality and value, or ano ba yung the level of quality and value na nakukuha ng mga customers natin sa atin. Okay, yung example dito, the quality that the guest experience matches that he or she expected, no? Ano ba yung expectations ng ni customers dun sa quality na makukuha nila versus dun sa actual na quality na makukuha nila. So yan, kino-compare yan. Okay, value. Ano ibig sabihin ng value? Value meal, ganon. May kasamang drinks.
Hindi po, sir.
Ano ibig sabihin ng value?
Halaga po.
Oh, halaga. So, it means
mahalaga po siya sa customer, sir.
yun ba ibig sabihin ng value? Mrs. Canyo, what do you mean by value?
Yung dapat sir, binavalue po natin yung gusto nung guest. Sundin po hanggat maaari talaga. Kasi kung kaya naman ma-offer. Ganun po.
Sabi ni Mr. Degit, sana all may value. Ang daming hugot ni Mr. Deki. Akala mo broken palagi. Okay. Miss Rase, what do you mean by value? Importance? Oh, Miss Rase.
When it comes to customer naman po, kapag binibigyan po natin sila ng magandang good quality service, so binavalue po nila yung service na yon, and sometimes po kapag maganda po talaga yung service na binibigay po natin, napapromote din po nila yung service na meron tayo. Yung ganun po, sir.
Mhm. What else? Importance po sa mga students natin sa life. What do you mean by value? Ikaw, Robbie, may value ka ba? What do you mean by value when it comes to service?
Value is equivalent price or an equivalent importance.
Okay, tama si Robbie. So, yung value, for example, nagbayad ako ng 500 pesos for one piece Chicken Joy. Is it worth it?
Hindi po.
Hindi. No? So, yung value na binayad ko doesn't reach the value of what I am getting. That is value. Value for money. Okay? Okay tayo doon?
Yes po,
Opo,
sir.
okay po.
Malinaw po?
Malinaw na po, sir.
Malinaw. O, sige. Malinaw yun ha. Sige. Next tayo.
This is experience. Ito na po pala yung kanina, sir. Yung example niyo po, sir. Sakto, sir. Chicken meal.
Diba?
Opo, sir. The customer and the definition of value. Since the tourism and hospitality industry is a guest-centered or customer-centered industry, ultimately it is the customer who defines value. For example, a sanitation inspector can say if a resort establishment violates or adheres to certain law, but his will only be an add-on toward achieving value. Why? It is because the guest does not see it. For the guest, the quote, to see it, to believe, works so much. Ayun po, sir. Yung
Ano ibig
nag-define
sabihin to see is to believe? To believe.
To see it, to believe. Yun
To
po,
see
sir.
is to believe.
To see is to believe.
Hmm.
Yun po,
So
sir.
what
Hindi
is-
po,
Sige.
di po sila maniniwala ng hindi po nila nakikita or na-experience yung mga bagay na binabato po dun sa, sir, sa company po, ganun po.
So for example, sinabi na ni Miss Rase na, uy, try nyo dun sa sa JK Samgyup, ganyan. Masarap, mura lang, ganyan. So syempre, ikaw, mag-curious ka, totoo ba yung sinasabi niya na gano'n? Okay. So, to see is to believe. You have to go there, see it, experience it. Okay? Dito sa example na sanitation inspector can say if a resort establishment violates or adheres to certain laws, but this will only be an add-on towards achieving value. Why? Okay, pag sinabi ni sanitation inspector na hindi maganda ang nagba-violate sila ng mga laws natin, mga sanitation practices, no? So, hindi mo 'yun mapapatunayan until ma-experience mo or makita ng dalawang mata at maranasan mo na hindi talaga sila nag-follow sa sanitation practices. Okay? Next.
Yun lang po, sir. Doon na po yung dulo po ng reporting namin, sir. Thank you po.
Okay, so on top of that, sige, babasahin ko na lang din yung para yung succeeding explanation nung the customer and the definition of value. Okay. The output will be the ultimate measure whether a service design has been crafted excellently. If the guests are dissatisfied or not happy with the outcomes, it does not matter if they have followed correctly the process. So, this is an evidence, for example, a guest who wants to have a manicure or pedicure, and if a smudge occurs while applying nail polish, the ultimate measure of the guest is your final output and he or she would be dissatisfied. So, yung value, di ba? Yun, tulad ng example ko kanina, nagbayad ka ng 500 pesos na one-piece chicken joy. Does it have a value for money? No? For example, nagpalinis ka ng kuko sa isang food spa. Tapos hindi maganda, hindi pulido yung pagkakalinis sa iyo. Is it worth the payment you give? Okay? So, for example, sa isang airline, they promise a seamless transaction, but in reality, hindi ganon. Ang haba ng pila, yung flight attendant hindi maayos mag-serve, yung mga request mo hindi natugunan, no? So those are the definition of value. Ano yung kapalit nung in-spend mo? No? Is it worth the money that you pay them? So that is the customer and the definition of value. Okay? Clear tayo? May question po? Clarification?
Ay, sir, di po ako napagsagot sa attendance niyo.
Hala, di absent ka. Siguro naman nandito ka pa sa nasa yung link. Sige, PM ko na lang sa'yo mamaya yung link.
Okay, thank you po, sir.
Okay, sige. I'm going to send another attendance for this. Para po. And then, chapter 3, kindly be ready. Sige, send ko muna tong link. So, yung attendance nyo for this, Diba? Lagari tayo ngayon kasi, ang dami nyong absent eh. Absent. Ang dami nating walang pasok eh. Sige, second attendance will be pinned on our in-call messages, replace pin. Yan. So, yan po yung bagong attendance po. Here po. Ay, ano ba yung, sorry. Yung comment ni Joshua yung na-pin ko. Ayan. So, kindly next reporter, pakisend po sa akin yung link ng ating Google Meet, ha? Thank you. Ba't 5? Sige, so if you're done, kindly comment present para next na tayo. Next reporter na tayo. Thank you. Okay, so thank you to Ms. Rase, Mr. Lubigan, and Mrs. Caño. Thank you so much for your report.
Thank you din po, sir.
Thank you. Sige, you may leave
Thank
the
you po,
meeting
sir.
room na.
Thank you po.
Thank you, guys. Meron pa tayong isang meeting ha, dun sa chapter 3. Chapter 3.